Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I am going to be talking about how David and I afford to travel, how we budget ourselves, how we save our money, all the fun things. We just got done paying for our own wedding and we're budgeting ourselves for our 2020 year of what we're gonna have to do for our house, where we want to travel, our half marathon schedule, all of that sort of thing. And so it got me thinking, like, maybe it would be a smart idea to do a video on how we're saving money to kind of give advice and tips to others. Obviously, all of these are not going to be tips that everyone can take and implement into their lives, but they work for us, and I thought it would be fun to share them today. So my first thing on how we save money, we do not pay for cable or like regular TV shows or anything. The only thing that we have, we pay for Netflix, and then David's brother pays for Disney Plus, and then we like swap, and then I get free Hulu by doing like the Spotify Premium stuff, and I have to pay for Spotify Premium for a business expense because of my like boudoir clients and using it during sessions and stuff, and so Hulu is just roped into that. And so that's how we get all of our TV, and we don't pay for anything else because that's kind of, I think it would be a waste of money because we don't sit down and watch like regular TV that often. Another thing that most people do that we do not do is we do not eat out. We never do like takeout at our house. We never go out on like date night to a restaurant or anything. We don't just run through a drive-through. We don't do any of that. The only food that we eat here is like food that we get from the grocery store, and even with that we have like a very simple cheap diet. We don't go through and buy like cookies and a bunch of processed foods or anything like that, and I think that we save money by doing that as well. We basically both just eat like a sandwich every single day. I have cereal every morning for breakfast. He makes himself an omelet every morning for breakfast, and that's just like a cheaper diet versus like, oh, let's go out to eat here and here and here. And yeah, but like going out to eat for date night, even we don't do that, but I'll get into that later. Another way that we saved money was that we paid for both of our cars in full. We did not like the idea of having a car payment, and so when David got in a car accident and they totaled his car last year, he found a reliable car that he could just pay for in full, and then that has helped contribute. Sorry, here's my dog being ornery. That has contributed to saving to our budget also. And then when my car was totaled a few months ago, with the money I got back from insurance plus what I had saved up, we were able to pay for that in full also, and so that has helped dramatically with not having that extra monthly payment to worry about every month. All right, so about the date nights. David and I have very simple date nights because even though we're married and we live together, we don't ever really get to see each other because he works every day until 9 o'clock at night, and so he doesn't even get home until like 9:30, 9:45 every night. And then I wake up most days to go and nanny. I still do that, and I get there at like 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and so we don't ever get to see each other, so we're kind of like on our own for dinner every night. And so when we do get to hang out on like Saturday nights and Sunday nights, it's really nice because we do like date night here where we just make dinner and we'll like watch our own movie here, or you know, something like that. And that's actually very special for us because we don't get to do that every night because he works so late and I get up so early, so I go to bed early. Dude, you gotta stop eating my shirt. And so those little date nights are special because of that. And instead of going on like date nights, going out to like something fancy every single week, we just kind of like save all that money. So like once a month we can go on a trip out of town, or once every couple months we can take like, you know, time off or whatever. We just budget ourselves that way. Another way we save money is that neither of us drink coffee like daily. We don't run through drive-thrus to get that. We don't have a coffee maker here where we drink coffee. We're just not coffee people, and I feel like a lot of people budget and spend money on coffee, like a lot of money on coffee every day. Hey, stop. And we're just not those kind of people. Another way that we save money is by working a lot. When you're working, you can't necessarily go out and spend all of your money because you are working. And so David works his full-time job. I'm a photographer full-time, and then occasionally I pick up doing video work for a few different companies. I just do like little things for. I also make money through YouTube, and then I nanny for 2 separate families. And I feel like I'm working all the time, and I am, but a lot of my work I can work from home, so while I'm nannying I can also work on my like photography stuff, and it's a nice balance. What helps even more is that I looked specifically for a nannying job that I could do at night. So like I just go over to their house and I put the little girl to bed, and then I sit downstairs while she's sleeping and I get all of my editing done, all of my emails answered, all of that. And so I'm working a different schedule, I guess, if that makes sense. And all of that's just kind of like pick up every now and then on the side. So we love that. I think another way that we just naturally save money is that we're so used to living on like nothing, being like broke college students, never going out and spending anything, living on like pennies. And so now that we're making money, we don't like put that directly into our bank accounts. A lot of it goes into a joint checking account for both of us, and we don't have any honestly, now looking at it, it sounds so stupid, but we don't have any, hi baby, any like credit or debit cards hooked up to that account. And that does help us save money because we can't just be like, oh yeah, we'll put it on the joint account. But that money goes straight towards paying our mortgage, all of our other bills, travel expenses, stuff like that. And so we only use it on like bigger purchases, I guess, but the majority of our money goes straight into there, and then it's harder to spend. So what we have like in our each individual accounts is smaller, and it feels like we don't have as much money, and then we don't spend as much money. And yes, endless cycle, you know? We do travel often, but we travel more cheaper than a lot of people. We don't always do like nice 4 or 5 star hotels. We'll often find just something cheap in an area that we need it to be in, and a lot of times we will drive where we need to go instead of flying. My dad asked me this past week, he was like, hey, you want to go down to Louisiana this weekend to run a half marathon? Hey, you've got to stop this. No, to run a half marathon. And we were like, I guess so. It would cost us almost $300 a person to get flights last minute. So we're all just hopping in the car. We're driving like 12 or 13 hours. So I think that's part of the adventure. That'll make it more fun. And you know, it is what it is. A lot of times we'll sleep in the car when it's just David and I traveling together, just because, you know, hotels do add up. They are expensive, and when we do fly, we'll book it in advance and we'll go with a cheaper airline. I don't ever, when I'm just going on like little trips, I don't ever like fly Delta or any high-end airlines. I'm always like on like Frontier, Southwest, you know, the lower ends of the spectrum. So that doesn't bother me. I'm like, if they let it in the sky, it must be safe, right? I think another thing that we do to being able to afford to travel is that we jump on opportunities. Our honeymoon coming up, we wanted to go on a lavish honeymoon, but that would have been expensive. So we jumped on an opportunity with the travel company that I've done videos for in the past. And okay, me moving my hand is not an invitation to play. Thank you. And my half of the honeymoon is not free because of that. So jump on your opportunities. Another thing is that we do not buy new clothes. I haven't been to a store to buy clothes in probably 3 or 4 years, but I did just get married and I needed white dresses for my bridal shower, my bachelorette party, the rehearsal dinner, all of that. And obviously you can't wear the same ones, right? I go to Goodwill literally all the time. I got all of my dresses. I think I got 3 or 4 different options, and they're all less than $20. They're all good quality still. I only need it for one night, and it's already like a little bit worn in for me, and I love that. So always shop at Goodwill. If I need something, I will always check there first. If I need like, oh, what do I need today? I need a new top for when we go to Paris. We're doing pictures there. I need a new top to go with the skirt I got, and I'm gonna check there first. We're also still trying to furnish our house, and instead of buying anything new, we always search anywhere we can to get it thrifted or used. Like we needed we're gonna redo our master bedroom. We're in the middle of that whole process now, and originally we were gonna do a whole new bedroom set, and it was gonna be like $2,000, and I was like, that is not worth it. So instead we hopped on Facebook Marketplace. I found a brand new nice quality dresser, and it was only $50. I just replaced the little knobs to help it match our style more, and it's perfect. So always check thrifted places Facebook Marketplace, all of that. You always like to find stuff for your house, especially if it's going to go out of style in a few years anyway and you know you're going to want to replace it. Why not check thrifted first? I also think one of the biggest things that helps us be good with money is that both of our careers help us think about money a lot. David works in finance and I run my own business and am in charge of all of my transactions, my taxes, my fees, all of that I have to be like on top of. And so us both having that mindset helps us both have the mindset to save money versus just splurging on a lot of things that aren't necessities, you know? We obviously just got a dog. He's a new investment. But just because we have him does not mean that we go out to like PetSmart and buy him all sorts of treats and toys and stuff. We get all of his toys mainly from the dollar store. He's just gonna rip them up and destroy them anyway. They still squeak, they're still fun to play with. He has a blast with them and we just get him a whole little bundle, and then as he destroys them we can replace them again for just $1. Speaking of the dollar store, whenever I need anything I always check the dollar store first. They have so many things there and like it would surprise you on what you can get. And so we were gonna register for new like dishes and stuff for our house, but number one, we don't really have the cabinet space for new dishes. Number two, it's really just us two, so we don't need a ton of dishes. And number three, I didn't want to waste like, I think it was like $160 on like a dish set for like maybe 16 pieces or something. And so I went to the dollar store and picked up a bunch of plates and bowls and stuff. They're all glass, they all match, and they were so much cheaper. Hi baby, are you okay? Whenever I do need to go shopping, I only go with specific items in mind because I don't want to waste my time at the store and then find something that I would just like to have that I don't need. I do mindful shopping, I guess. I don't do it like just for fun. And the last thing, we keep our heating in our house in the winter time at 65 and in the summer we keep our AC at 78. This is a way that we save a lot of money, but a lot of people wouldn't be able to deal with like that temperature. They would say it's too hot here in the summer and it's too cold in the winter. But I mean, I grew up basically at my mom's house without heat or air conditioning because they were always broken and we couldn't afford to fix it. So I'm kind of used to this, and David's like, if it saves us money, I'm good with it, and neither of us really complain. So we have a pool in the summer, we can hop in the pool if we get hot, and we have blankets in the winter, you know? But my camera battery is about to die, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got a few tips out of it. If you have any money saving tips, leave them down below. We are always looking to make adjustments, and you know, it's always good to save money. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!